Yeah. What's going on, guys? It's been a while since I posted another video, and today I got a good one for you, I guess. So we'll be messing with Helga again, and we're doing a newer Super Duty axle underneath it conversion. This still has an OBS dually axle. So we got some goodies here. Brand new brake lines for the new axle, both sides. Brand new powdered black calipers, drilled and slotted rotors, both side parking brakes, and a Banks diff cover, that Ram Air style, so it's got the scoops on the back side. Also, to finish it off, I think those are 2.5 or 2-inch billet wheel spacers from Venom Wheels. So those are all ready to rock, and then just gotta clean this off. Cut some brackets. Well, only one bracket, I think. I'll probably just cut these real nice back here, these shock brackets. I don't need them anymore. Just cut them pretty nice and clean, grind them a little bit. I'm gonna probably leave the sway bar mounts. I don't know, I think I might. I never run sway bars on my truck, but we'll probably just keep them there for future stuff, because I don't want to re-weld the stuff back on, that's for sure. That's not going to be fun. But anywho, we're going to get it cleaned up. I'm going to get it in the truck first, and then we'll swap all the parts. I'll disassemble most of the stuff, so I'll take the calipers, the park brakes off, the brake lines, right here too, park brakes on this side, all that stuff first, and then we'll get it in the truck. We'll paint it when it's in there and stuff, and that's pretty much it. The only reason why I'm not gonna paint it fully, you know what, I might paint it here. I just have to leave some spots bare, because THD, true horsepower diesel, need to weld on the frame or on the axle. So we'll get them to weld that part and get that all done, and we should be good to go. But let me get after it. I'm not going to really do a time lapse. It makes my videos pretty long, and I don't think no one really likes watching the time lapse stuff. We'll just get it done, get it cleaned up, and then we'll skip to the next part with it cleaned, and then me taking apart the truck. Alright, so we got the axle cleaned up right now. My boy Hayden came and helped out. So we both tag teamed this, so we got that done. Now we already got the truck lifted, wheels off, suspended the axle already. I'm going to start unbolting that, and then we're going to slide the axle out from underneath and get this one slid under, and we'll continue from there. Alright, so we got the diff out from underneath, everything all done, traction bar, shocks, jack just kind of chilling there for right now, drive shafts out of the way, brake line, and then there's the old diff, the new diff. We just lowered it on the rollers, and we'll get this under there. That's it, we'll get that under there and move on to the next one. Alright, so we got the new axle in there. I just had to bolt up the drive shaft with the new adapter plate that's chilling out over there somewhere, drying up for paint. Had to cut these, shorten them down so I can impact them on there, get them real nice and tight. Shocks will just be dangling. These will also be dangling, but we'll tie them up out of the way so I can get on the trailer and stuff, and we should be ready to rock and stuff. Hopefully this drive shaft works and lines up. If not, we're kind of screwed. And you know, you gotta take apart all these to get the rotors off and get all that cleaned up, painted for the most part. Probably paint a little bit of the pumpkin. Have to leave some spots raw for these guys to be able to make a bracket for the shocks to go on to. So that would be a little challenging part for the day, well, for tomorrow. Hopefully if I can get all this done and keep rocking and rolling. Alright, it's the next day. We're about 2 minutes from THD. Get the truck unloaded. It's back there somewhere. A big old gooseneck tongue in the way. They're going to weld on those traction bar brackets and shock brackets too on that diff. I didn't get to film too much of it. A lot of this stuff is, you know, other things you guys can see on YouTube on how to. Just a quick little rundown showing you guys a little bit of the changes on the truck. That axle definitely was a little bit of a challenge. It's heavy. Being sick and the humidity was pretty high. At least I got to sweat out most of my sickness, that's for sure. I feel great now after 2 days in the garage at 90 degrees and 100% humidity. But yeah, we'll get it finished up. I'll get it off the trailer. I'll show you guys some more of the new upgrades to the diff. Took my time with everything. I accidentally put the calipers upside down, so there is a right and a left. I was doing it late at night at 9 o'clock, and I'm dehydrated, I'm sick, I'm tired. I was having a hard time bleeding the brakes, and it was real spongy. Well, when the bleeder's on the bottom side of the caliper and not the top side, you'll get air caught up on the top side because it's not pushing it out. I'll show some pictures or a video here in a second once I pull up at the shop and show you guys. So it's Saturday now, heading back to go pick up Helga from THD. I didn't get to videotape too much there, just real quick, in and out, get out of their way. So my bad on taking the video stuff. I'm still trying to get used to the YouTube thing and trying to film myself doing stuff. It feels a little weird, but starting to get used to it, slowly but surely. But anyways, so they got the traction bar brackets all welded up, the shock brackets welded on too. They're all custom in-house with those guys. And then load her up, bring her back home, finish it up with doing the Banks diff cover on it. Amsoil diff fluid 75-140, I believe that's what it is. That's some good stuff. And should be all done with that. And then later on I'll have to get the drive shaft remeasured for the 5th time, and yeah, get it all done. Oh, there she is. So finally, super excited, pick it up. I mean, Robert's dog. Check out those welds. Big old thick boys on there. Turned out pretty nice. I like the way you put the shocks. Turned out pretty nice. Oh yeah, some beautiful welds. Looks good.
fun fact, I don't think Wesley really likes Bob, and I think that's why Wesley put him up there.
Yeah. Can't kill Bob.
Put Bob in his truck.
Well, Bob's been sitting in the race truck in the front seat for like 2 weeks, and every time I walk around the corner, it scares the crap out of me. And then they put him at the back of the truck, but they put him on the stand he goes on.
Yeah.
He's like 7 foot tall.
What
So
the
then I
fuck?
walk by the back of it, and it looks like there's a giant sitting there.
Whoa.
So I moved him last night,
Yeah.
and I had it in the bathroom.
Alright, we got this big girl back. Everything did great. Ran into a little storm on the way back, which was alright. Gotta hurry up and get it in the shop. And take the air gun and blow off all that water on all those spots so I can spray paint, get it all finished up. And get her all. Had a bolt fall out. I guess they didn't put a nut on one of the shocks over there on that side. But it's alright. I think I have a couple other ones. But so I took the traction bars off and the shocks off. I just painted it. Still drying up and everything. I did get a little crazy with being back here. It's alright. It's still a 400,000 mile truck. It doesn't look that pretty. But did a little spray paint there, shock mount. This side still gotta dry up. So yes, it's two different shades. It's fine. And then took the diff cover off, about to clean that up, letting it drain, get ready for the Banks diff cover, and this should be the last part of everything that I got. Bolt these shocks back up, traction bars back up, and then diff cover all torqued, and we're all finished for the day. Alright, so I got the diff cover back on, the factory one, painted. The Banks one I bought doesn't work with dually diffs, so that was my fault. I'm not reading about that. So they don't make them, so I'm back to a stock diff cover. But we'll be alright, I guess, for the most part with that. So gotta send that back. Hopefully they give me my money back. If not, I guess I gotta sell it to somebody. So the diff is all done now. We got all of our diff fluid in there. Put about 3 coats of that flat black on there, and she's looking pretty. Brand new calipers, everything. New axle seals, brake lines. And traction bar brackets came out pretty nice, and the shock mount brackets too. Like I said, 3 coats of paint on there with Gucci. And then about center line, everything is pretty centered for the most part with the shocks and the traction bars. Came out pretty. Gotta get the drive shaft shortened yet again, and then rebalanced, and we should be alright to go. So other than that, that ends this video. We'll see what the next little project is on the truck.